us on Facebook at Daunta A. Long. Follow us on Instagram at Daunta Long. Follow us on YouTube at Daunta A. Long. Thank you for tuning in to LongTalk.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to LongTalk once again on this wonderful evening. And I am so grateful for another opportunity to share a meaningful conversation with you here on LongTalk on this wonderful evening. Listen, do us a favor. If this is your first time or maybe you're a returning guest, I wish that you would connect with us here on LongTalk. I'd be so grateful if you would take just a moment to like and to share this, whether you do it on Facebook, whether you do it on Instagram, whether you do it on Twitter, or perhaps you do it on YouTube, whatever, if not all, if you will, all of these platforms, you can find LongTalk content. And I would ask you if you would do me a favor and share that with a neighbor, a friend, a loved one, coworker, whomever it is, because these conversations that we call Long Talks are simply designed to provide an effective way for us to communicate and to bypass any of the hindrances that we have that may cause us not to have effective communication. So thank you so much for doing that, and I appreciate it. Tonight, we have a very special guest. We have someone who really needs no introduction. She is blazing the social media path because of the content that she is sharing. Tonight, our special guest is the CEO of The Writing Pad, which is a writing and an editing and a consulting firm helping individuals with proofreading and editing and just helping people really develop a professional approach in helping them develop their ideas around time management. She also has experience in the halls of academia, serving as an assistant, professor, helping with dissertation research. Just this year alone, already a recipient, the 2021, hear this, 2021, one of the top 10 women in the top business women of American Business Women's Association. And so she's an award-winning businesswoman, helping so many individuals understand the dynamic and the sensitivity of managing their time. She has published many different books, some in which she will talk about tonight, particularly her new release that's an Amazon #1 seller. We are privileged tonight, and I want you to go get somebody because tonight's conversation is going to be revolutionary. And friends, without any further ado, I wish that you would give a long talk welcome for Dr. Deborah A. Johnson Blake. How you doing tonight?
I am doing fabulous. Thank you so much for that introduction, and just thank you for having me on the show tonight.
Oh, listen, I appreciate you taking the time to share with us because I know you're very busy and I know you have a lot going on, and for you to carve out time to talk with us and share with us is very, very let me say it like this. We're very appreciative for you to carve this time out and talk to us.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose you? Oh, goodness. Looks like we lost her there. We're going to come back to Dr. Johnson, who's just having a few technical difficulties. But I am just happy that she is here with us tonight because she's going to be talking about time management. And while she's talking about time management, this is a topic that so many of us always struggle with. And tonight she is coming to tell us how we can effectively deal with our time management, how it is that we can navigate through whatever challenges we may be having. And as she is working through these technical difficulties, I want you to just get out your notepad, because she's going to be sharing some really key, and I mean really key tidbits to help you and to help me deal with so much. I don't know about you, but it's been a crazy week thus far, and so many obligations and just so much that is going on that we have not had time to really carve out the time to do what we wanted to do this week. And so I know that I need it more than ever. And so tonight, as she's getting ready, I am just going to turn her loose tonight, because I think that all of us need to hear what she has to say. Listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to be right back. We're going to be right back to share with Dr. Deborah Johnson Blake.
When you are ready to send your child to college, it will undoubtedly be one of the happiest moments of your life. However, as a college education becomes more of a necessity and the key to a more suitable career, parents are often financially overwhelmed, leaving them with questions and concerns like, what resources are there? Is there financial aid available? What about scholarships? If any of this sounds like you, then it's time you picked up Parents Send Your Child to College for Free: Successful Strategies That Earn Scholarships by Tamika Williamson. Through her book, this award-winning, best-selling author and proud member of the Forbes Coaches Council and John Maxwell team, you will learn successful strategies that earn scholarships, discover what steps to take to get the most funding possible, and find resources that you can use to find all the scholarships available. Along with that, you can keep track of your progress with the College for Free Activity and Resource Guide. In this workbook lies a library of information and helpful resources that will help you and your child along the way. Go over to www.collegeforfree.info to pre-order your book today. Also available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon.com. Hello there. Are you looking for a quality catering company that provides exquisite and classy menu choices, but you need it on your budget? Welcome to Celebrity Catering, where everyone feels like a celebrity. Located in Atlanta, we're one of the topmost catering companies dedicated to providing you with the very best of service, with the focus on dependability, excellent customer service, and uniqueness. Established in 2003 by food artist, owner, and chef Tony Wade, Celebrity Catering has gained a reputation for being one of the most innovative and quality-oriented companies of its kind, and is now the preferred catering service for LeBam Events and Design Studio in Buckhead. We believe that to stand out in a unique way, you need to combine delicious, well-presented food coupled with extraordinary service. Book us today for your next event, or give us a call at 404-210-0887, or fill out our form on our website at www.celebritycateringatl.com. Celebrity Catering, where everyone feels like a celebrity.
All right. So sorry for that technical difficulty. We're back here on Long Talk. Dr. Johnson Blake is going to be with us in just a few moments. But while she's coming to us, as I said earlier, we are looking forward to tonight. There she is. Don't know what happened there, but we're glad that you're back with us. So glad that you're back with us. No, you're okay. Give us. You're all right. Give us just a moment. Yes, technology is at its best. It's at its best. Give us just one moment to bring you back in. So sorry there. So sorry. We're going to bring you right back in here. And there you go. There you go, Dr. Johnson Blake. There you go.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Glad to have you.
Technology glitch.
But you're back. That's all that matters. You're back. You're back. You're back. And so many people are already saying, come on, let's hurry up with this. People have got their notepads and they're ready. And we're going to turn you loose. But before we turn you loose, we were just telling our audience a little bit about you. So much that we shared, but then there's still so many people who may not know exactly who you are. Just give us a little, maybe 20-second or so overview of exactly who you are.
Wow. And I think you did a good job of the introduction that I did here. So I am Dr. Deborah Johnson Blake, aka Dr. DJ. He already mentioned that I am the CEO of the Writing Pad, and I help my clients, improve not only their writing skills and their bios and their resumes, but I put the time management coaching aspect under that as well. So my clients have an opportunity to learn strategies that's going to help them be more effective time managers as well. And then I also do training and development. And I'm in the Douglas County, Georgia community here on the west side. So I'm happy to be here tonight.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So the reason why I am really intrigued by you coming on here tonight, because you have written a book and you are just doing internet shows and talks and so much centered around this whole idea of reclaiming our time, right? Reclaiming our time. I know that this was a famous term that was used by Congress Lady Maxine Waters a couple years ago, but you didn't just use it as a colloquial term. You have actually modeled your life by this phrase. Am I right?
Yes, I do my best. But we all have challenges sometimes, even me. But I definitely try to practice what I preach.
Oh my goodness! I'm just intrigued tonight, and if you don't mind, I want to jump right into this.
Sure.
I was taking some notes, and I want to ask the obvious question, right? Somebody, is always going to ask you this question. I know you've heard it 1,000 times. What is time management? And then not only what is time management, let me ask it this way. Why is it so important? Why is time management so important?
Wow. First, let me just say that there is so much information out there about time management for the average layperson. And sometimes it can be so overwhelming. And after conducting research on that, when I was working on my dissertation about time management, it's simple. Time management is the ability to spend time on achievable tasks. So in essence, people are not managing time. They are managing the tasks and the resources in their lives to help them achieve their goals, Mm-hmm. And it's important to people because the better we manage time and our resources and the tasks, the more likely we are going to complete everything that's on our long to-do list as it is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess without going too deep, and stop me if I go all the way in, but how do I determine that which is attainable and that which is non-attainable, if we can go there?
Yes. And so even from that perspective, this is when, my clients, some of your viewers, when they are planning out their goals, whatever that is, mm-hmm. I like to suggest using the SMART model acronym, which is specific, measurable, achievable, that attainable piece in there.
Yeah.
Realistic and time bound. So when you are assessing that, you know that, and this is, out of left field, but that you might can't go to the moon in 30 days, mm-hmm. 6 months, a year. It's going to take, that's a process and it's an expensive, right? So
sure.
That is not achievable. That's not realistic. So that's why, or even saying, okay, for my business, I want to make, $1 million this week. Not saying that that's not achievable, depending on what the product or service is and who you are, but that's not realistic. So you want to take the opportunity to plan, to figure out how you're going to get there, what you need to do, who needs to be involved. And that's how you assess, well, is this truly realistic? Can I really achieve this in the amount of time that, I'm anticipating? And that's how that works on whether or not it's achievable or attainable.
Dr. DJ. Yeah, it makes sense. Here's the thing. Most of us are not necessarily privileged enough to have people in our lives like you that will say, hey, listen, Daunta, that's not obtainable. I mean, that's not achievable within, 6 months. Or you're going to need some help. When I say, no, Dr. J, I got it. And you come along and say, no, you're going to need some help, right?
Right.
And I think that's the reason why people need individuals like you to come alongside and to facilitate and give them keen wisdom and advice. What do you say about that? How do you feel about the role of a time management coach like yourself to really help individuals kind of hone in on that which is obtainable and achievable?
Well, a lot of times then I'm probably going to help them develop a time management plan. Okay. So, and all this kind of goes hand in hand.
Sure.
So, and that starts with developing a time audit. And as simple as it may seem, a lot of times, whatever we're trying to achieve, we don't know how long something's going to take without assessing it closely. And a time audit, time management plan, and the first step is the time audit, knowing how long it takes you to do certain tasks and things of that nature. So if I'm working with a client and they say, I just don't have enough time in the day.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the time. It's how long does it take you to do the certain tasks and goals that's on your list? Okay. What are you trying, based on what you're trying to achieve? Let's just take this from a professional work perspective, entrepreneur,
Sure.
business owner, or working for corporate. A lot of times we don't know how long it takes to do something.
Sure.
And so realistically, you need to start doing that task, write the time down that you start, let's say, and then finish it and write the time down that you end. Okay. So a lot of times we will underestimate how long it takes to achieve something.
Yeah.
And so if you have a big goal, we're going to do those many goals and steps along the way and figure out what it takes and how long it takes to do that. Then, of course, you have to prioritize. That's very, very important in the time management plan development. Now, this does not happen overnight. I may make it seem like it does, but it doesn't. A lot of times we have tasks on our list that don't need to be on our list or not relevant to us achieving our end goal, whatever that may be. And then once you prioritize all of your tasks and looking at maybe even time sensitive things, does it align with the bottom line? Does it align with your mission? Does it align with your purpose? And if you say no, it needs to come off of your goal list, period, point blank. A lot of times, sometimes you can delegate it. Sometimes it does not even need to be on the list at all. Once you do those two steps, you got your time audit, you got your prioritizing your tasks to help you achieve your goal, then you're going to kind of design your schedule on how you're going to actually do and implement whatever those top goals are. And I like people to look at the top 3 to 5 goals or 3 to 5 tasks on a list, because we all have a list of, 25 plus tasks. But when you're looking at that list, you get overwhelmed. And so you don't think it's achievable. You don't think you can attain it. But it's one bite at a time, like that big elephant. How you going to eat it? One bite at a time, right?
One bite at a time.
And the last thing you're going to do for the time management plans is you're going to use your technology. If you don't like technology and you like a physical, like let's say if you have a planner, your to-do list, all of that, that's what you're going to do next. Then you're going to make sure that that to-do list and those items, again, are prioritized. So when you take that close look and spending that time to do that, and matter of fact, put that on a calendar so you'll have enough time to do that as well. Because we'll say, oh, I don't have time to develop a plan. But you must, if you are having some time management challenges.
Yeah, because no. You don't know, again, no matter the industry, but one of the common threads across all spectrums, people often complain, just not enough time. And you're saying, but if we will do an audit, and I never thought about that, to write down exactly how long. Now, I know how long it takes to drive, right? Because, Waze and Google Maps, they'll tell me how much, to drive. But, just having a casual conversation with you when I'm supposed to be working, and a phone call here and an email there, and something flash across the television, and before I know it, oh my God, 45 minutes is gone, an hour has elapsed, and so you just, but you're saying an audit.
I'm saying for your most priority task and goals. Okay. So things that you, maybe even your reoccurring tasks, things that you do every day, are things that you want to achieve. If you're working on a project that's massive, you still need to figure out everything that needs to be done, how long it's going to take, who's involved, everything like that. And you mentioned going back to, how long it takes you going to take you to get across town. But when you plan that meeting that you need to go over there, a lot of times we put things on our calendar, right? Events, meetings, whatever that is. I know we're basically, a lot of us are doing work from home, and that's fine too. But even when we were traveling more, we didn't put the travel time on the calendar. We're estimating in our head, we're looking at the time, okay, I got, an hour before I need to be there. Let me do this. I got an hour. But if you put that time on your calendar, that travel time, even if it's 15 minutes, you'll get your reminder that say, hey, it's time for you to go. But a lot of times we don't do that. So we're rushing in. We're rushing in to where we're going, and we're not even settled yet to be a part of the conversation, to be a part of the meeting, to be totally present, because we're fragile.
Yeah. And I love the reason, because I'm in finance, and I love the way you use the word audit, because if we were just doing a review, you might say, but an audit suggests we go thoroughly through. Am I spending too much time in the bathroom in the morning, Dr. J?
You might, because it doesn't take long to take a shower and get yourself together. But if you need that extra time, that's fine. But so long, you know exactly how much time you need to get dressed, exactly how much time you need to travel across town, if that are to walk across to your office, your home office. You just, it seems like it might be too minute, but it is to keep you on track. And that time audit varies. Okay. So that's how you have to do it several times, because if you were in the middle of it, maybe you got interrupted, but the whole goal is to try to do this when you can focus truly.
Sure.
And we know interruptions, are a problem. But you might have to, tweak it a little bit and say, okay, this takes, 50 minutes, but I'm going to allow an hour, that 10-minute grace, because you might look up at your screen and look at social media or look up at the TV. But the thing about it is, when you are doing focus work, everything needs to be off. Some people do like music, and I do too. I'll put some jazz in the background, really get me in my groove and focus, but no interruptions. I have a sign on my door right now, either meeting in progress or recording in progress. Took me a while to get to this point with my family, but now they know when the sign is on, don't come in. I'm in a meeting, because that's an interruption. Now, once in a while, if they really have something to do, they just open the door. If I'm not in the middle of talking, and I can put myself on mute or take myself off the camera and maybe address them, but otherwise, when you see that sign, don't come in.
Dr. DJ, here on LongTalk, you don't know how many times my kids have tried to run over and ask questions, and I'm thinking,
I know it's amazing.
So I gotta get me a sign. A sign.
Get you a sign. You talk to your family. Tell them when they see the sign is out, Daddy's working. Okay.
Gotcha.
So even if your office is open space and you don't have the privilege of closing a door, get one of those big old signs that the retailers use and put outside their door and say, in a meeting, recording, even though they see you right here live and in person. Shh. Daddy's going to spend time with you later. And you can promise them something, and they will be quiet.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Boy, you're helping us here tonight. Boy, this is so needed. Listen, I know your time is precious, and so I don't want to take it all up. So again, I'm going to fast track this a little bit. The book, 52 time hacks, 52 time hacks. Hey, guess what? To our LongTalk audience, it's a Amazon #1 seller. It's not just something you put out there just to make a few dollars. No, this is really catching on. In that book, and not to have you go into all of it, but just a little bit, I want you to talk to us about some of the things that you believe, and you've already done so. So if there are a few more, if you just want to review some of the things that will help with some of the biggest time management challenges that we face.
Noticed that somebody asked about hack number 3, and that is, I'm going to look right at my book, dependability rocks. So the hack is always schedule project deadline reminders earlier than anticipated so that you can deliver a finished quality product sooner than promised. So a lot of times, and the result is you'll earn a reputation of dependability and professionalism. And so when I have these hacks like this throughout the book, it's 52 of them, one a week, or if you want to do it sooner, that's fine. The whole objective is, for this particular hack, do I plan realistic project deadlines based on customer expectations? What are my opportunities for improvement? And what are my goals for today? So even when you are scheduling, planning out your calendar and your schedule, it is important that you have some reminders pop up. That's what this means. So if you have a project that's due in 2 weeks, of course that 2-week, 14-day is going to pop up. You might do another 10-day, 12 or 7. Then you'll drill it down to, the 5, the 3, the 2, the 1, the hours. But for me, that works best because if I have time and I plan it out, then I might work on that project maybe a week before, maybe 10 days before, and then I'll come back to it, depending on what the schedule and my needs are at that time. So that's hack number 3. Another hack is number 30, the no thanks. We all say yes to a lot of things, and sometimes it's because who we are, because I know that. I used to really be a yes person because my purpose in life is to serve. I am a servant leader. So I always try to make my best effort to say yes.
Gotcha.
But, I had to get in the habit of saying no because I was too overwhelmed, like many of your viewers, your listeners, and my clients. And so time hack number 30 is the no thanks. The hack is make a no thanks list of events or things that do not impact you, your business's bottom line, your growth, and your success. So even if I'm looking at this from a professional business standpoint, also free yourself up from over commitments and say no without an explanation. And I say that because no is a complete sentence. A lot of times we feel we have to give an explanation when we say no. Do you feel that sometimes?
All the time, because
Just say no. and the result is you will free up some of your time to work on more important things personally and professionally. But, from a professional standpoint, you definitely have to say no. And you want to enjoy a more focused and distraction-free week. So on this particular tip, you would ask yourself, what's on my to-do list now? What are my opportunities for improvement? And then again, the goals for that day. And when you say goals, like I said earlier, keep it small, not overwhelming. 3 to 5 goals that you're focusing on that day or the week, depending on the detail of what needs to get done.
I'm still struggling on that no without an explanation, right?
Say it with me. No. Say it. No. Say it.
No.
Period.
No. I'm putting it out there. My nephews know this. We love to do the Daniel Bryant chant. He's a WWE wrestler. Yes. And now you're telling me to say no. Oh my God, no.
And I'll tell you what, I'll give you permission to say yes a few times, especially to your nephew and your children.
Yeah, but okay, we'll keep that when we're watching wrestling, right? But you're saying when it comes to business.
Yeah, I'm saying when it comes to business, entrepreneur, you're doing your thing, you're working for corporate America, it doesn't matter. You're working in the community. But when you feel overwhelmed, you can't add anything else. You don't have the capacity. That's what I'm saying. I don't have the capacity right now. I want to say yes. Now, if you want to give an explanation, you can. And just say, you might not be saying no right now. Let me assess that and look at that a little bit down the road. Right now, I don't have the capacity to assess. What can people say? Nothing.
Nothing.
Thank you. Okay.
Nothing at all. I'm really appreciating this dialogue because it really does bring things into perspective. Most of us do have these feelings of being overwhelmed, Dr. DJ, just quite frankly. And you see this all the time in your profession. And it's almost like watching those individuals, on television when their house is cluttered, saying, get rid of this, get rid of that. But the truth is, most of us, we frown on people like that we see on television with cluttered houses. But some of us have most of us, I dare say most of us have cluttered environments within our professional and our friendship and our family dynamics, right?
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. And we all do, including me. There's always an area of our lives that needs improvement, and time management is usually at the top of the list, right? Because we're trying to do so much, because there are some high expectations for us. And so we try to do it all, but guess what? In the end, you're dropping bombs. You're not looking like you're dependable. Ooh. So that's why saying no is important when you don't have the capacity again. So I love it.
Dr. DJ, how much do I owe you tonight? I don't know who you may not be helping anybody on Facebook and or YouTube, but tonight you are helping me. See many on our YouTube audience already asking questions and so forth. But man, tonight this whole idea of and I'm still stuck on this, doing the audit, taking the time to do the audit. Yes. And in some of that, we're going to say, no, can't do that anymore. Got to scale that back.
Scale it back. Scale it back. And delegation is very important when it comes to time.
Oh, my goodness. Talk about that just for a moment, if you will. Delegation. What do you mean?
Yeah, delegation. So usually there's always somebody else that can assist us with what we need to do.
No. I'm the only one good. I'm most talented. I'm most gifted. I got the most ideas. I'm most creative. I make the best sweet potato pie at Thanksgiving. I hear this one all the time. I make the best pie. I make the best greens. I make the best macaroni and cheese. And you be the one. And then on Thanksgiving, sitting at the table, not sleep because you can't. You spend all night cooking, right?
Absolutely.
Then yelling out at the end of the night, I ain't doing this again next year.
Right. We all have somebody in our family like that around the holidays too.
Yeah.
But delegation is very important to free up time to make sure that you're not as stressed and frazzled as you should not be.
Sure.
But what happens, like you just said, even in the work environment, some people are so used to doing certain tasks that they don't want to let it go.
Ooh.
You got to give it up. All you got to do is give some clear instructions and direction and check back on them too, but let them do the task once you share the instructions, right?
Dr. Johnson, no. You know the old saying is true. If you want it done right, do it yourself, right?
And so a lot of people do actually live by that.
Yeah.
But not me. Because it takes a village to do everything that we need to do. God. Right? Matter of fact, we were talking about that previously, not long ago, about an hour ago.
Okay.
So, yeah, a lot of times people do say that if you want something done right, do it yourself. But how many of those want something done right, do it yourself is on the list, where if you don't have the capacity, you're not going to do it successfully anyway because you're already overwhelmed and everybody's pulling on you. And then what happens?
Disappointment.
You're complaining.
Yeah.
You're complaining. I can't get it done. It's just not enough hours in the day. I want to pull my hair out.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have no hair to pull out.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to have that conversation with yourself, really assess what your priorities are, and be able to delegate and give it to somebody. Just go ahead and try it. I'm telling you, it's freeing. You're going to say, oh, I could have done this a long time ago. Yes, you could have.
Dr. Johnson, Dr. DJ, just last night, I got some brand new staff members, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know Sunday we're getting ready in the religious tradition for Easter Sunday or Resurrection Sunday, right? I didn't tell you this, but I pastor a church in McDonough, Georgia, and got some brand new staff members, increasing our. And I remember just looking over to them last night saying, listen, I know most churches use Easter as the big shebang Sunday, right?
Right.
It's our biggest evangelistic time. It's our greatest time to show how loving we are and how much we care and how much, all of those great things. And I'm certainly not discounting any of it.
No.
But I remember saying to them last night, guess what? It's okay not to be perfect.
Yes.
But we in my tradition, we have bought into this spirit of perfection or environment of perfection.
Yeah.
And I understand it because, we're not trying to run a mom and pop shop here, but by the same token, we leave no room for error, right?
Right. Absolutely not. There is not. We are not perfect. While we have perfectionists out there, nothing's going to be perfect. But what happens with those who are perfectionists? They keep spending time on that. Oh, no, I could do this a little better. Oh, no, this could be a little better. Oh, no, this could be a little bit better. Even though the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. And it's a quality product, a quality event, a quality service. But while there's always opportunity for improvement, you do at a certain point have to say, this is good. Done is better than perfect. Done is better than perfect. You've done your best. Your team has done their best. All you can do now is execute.
Man, I say, I don't, for those that are watching on the platforms, I don't know who this is helping, but I know it's helping me. Even while you're talking, and I feel like I owe you something. I feel like this has been a time management session for me, It's got to celebrate where we are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have to just appreciate the fact that we can delegate it to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And know it. Your banana pudding may taste better than mine, but it's still bananas, right?
It's still bananas.
Still bananas. Dr. DJ, my banana pudding really is better than yours, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't make banana pudding. I do make sweet potato pie, though.
Oh, sweet potato pie. Okay, let's go there. The argument, and I say this all the time, the argument really becomes subjective anyway at the end of the day, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about that? Does it become subjective at the end of the day?
Sometimes it does. It does. It depends on your taste, your taste buds. If we're going to talk about sweet potato pie,
Sure.
I like my sweet potato pie real sweet. There's other people that don't, so they might not like my pie. Oh no, I don't like that pie. I like that one over there. The darker it is, the sweeter it is. If I see a sweet potato pie that's light, guess what? I'm not even going to take a cut because I know it don't have enough sugar in it for me. That's just
you talking good tonight. You're talking good.
Yeah, I know. And while that does not have nothing to do with time means I understand it, but you still got to know how long it takes to do that pie, make it, what you need to put in, all of that, right? Take an hour to cook, might take 30 minutes to prep, depending on what you put in it. So that's an hour and a half. So we brought that back to time management.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It all depends on preference. Just depends on preference. So that's how I look at that.
Here on LongTalk, sometimes we go around the world, but we bring it back in as you did here. It all still boils down to time management, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you something. So, and you as a pastor and a business owner that have employees, that have staff, whether they're volunteer or not, I just have to tell you this, that studies show that 80% of an average work day is spent on tasks of no value, which equates to people spending 20% of their day working on important tasks. You know, that 80-20 rule.
Yeah.
Do you think about that sometimes when you're delegating tasks, or when you have a team that's, been charged with,
Planning
doing
a
certain
successful
things?
event. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So just think back to that 80-20 rule. Most people, 80% of what they're doing is not even related. 20% of it. So even when we're in the kitchen cooking Easter dinner, the whole part of that, and Thanksgiving and Christmas, is we want to be with family and friends. We don't even care how long something takes, because we are eating and having a good time and preparing things, and it's not even relevant to the meal. But then we take those quick 20% of our time, get that meal together, get everything stirred up, put it in the oven, boom, voila.
Wow. You're so right. You're so right.
Yeah.
Oh man, this has been great. I have again. I'm being a little selfish tonight, but I have thoroughly enjoyed this long talk, because I think you brought things into perspective on just how serious our lives are, both professionally, socially, and however, whatever industries and paths all of us are traveling.
Right.
And as you said, however we're traveling, count up the cost of that traveling, measure that timing, and put it in that audit. I want to ask you this. I want you to take maybe just a few seconds and just talk to our audience, and maybe something that's on your heart that you may want to share with our listening and viewing audience that may just really help somebody who is struggling with aligning the areas of their life, having a difficult time saying no. Who do I say no to? Who do I say yes to? And just help them tonight as you talk to them, if you will.
That's good. That's good. So if I'm speaking from the heart, I first want to say that it's okay that you're not perfect. It's okay that you're not achieving everything that you anticipate you want to do for the day or for the week. But I'm going to say for the day. And I say for the day because we all have our list, okay? We all have our list. I don't even know if I want to put my list up. It's in front of me. But I have a list that you might can't read. It's checked off. I usually use digital to-do lists, but when I have something that I need to focus on, like right now, I write it out and keep it in front of me when I'm working, because this is my workstation. Tomorrow is another day. And you only have 8 hours in a workday. Realistically, we're just talking about that 8-hour workday. Because years and years ago, before I even got into time management, I used to beat myself up. Oh, I can't get this done. I can't get that done. I can't get this done. And not knowing the premise of time management, because we cannot manage time. You're managing the task, hence the reason for the time management plan. So I say, if you get 3 to 5 items done that impacts your bottom line, your mission, your business's mission, your job's mission, and it's major, it's okay if you don't get the 6th thing done, because you want to scratch it off the list, right? And go to the next thing. Tomorrow's a new day. Before you leave your workspace, write down the things that you want to do the next day, because you got another opportunity to even be more successful. So when you are working with, let's say, a time management coach, doesn't have to be me, a life coach, doesn't have to be me as well. Make sure that you understand what you really want to achieve. And so now I'm going to go kind of outside of work. This can be work or personal. You have to understand what you want to achieve. And a person like me can help you get to that point. Once you know what you want to do, and you get all of those barriers out of the way, because that's a process too, then you can focus on and build a plan that's going to help take you to where you want to go. But I like to say, start small and don't be overwhelmed. Learn how to say no. While yes is a beautiful word, no is even better. because no is going to let you have a little bit more peace of mind. Going to let you have a little bit more time for self-care. And I know we're using that word so much in this last year, but it's important. Self-care has always been important in order for us to be successful. If we're overwhelmed, if we're frazzled all the time, when do you have that downtime for yourself? Also, think about how many hours you sleep. We need 7 to 8 hours of sleep, period. There's 24 hours in a day. You break it up to a third. You got your hours of sleep, 8. You got your hours of work, 8. Some of us do more, I know. And you got your 8 hours that's going to help you get to where you want to go. And that's where you use that time. So I help clients get their time back. Whether it's 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week, 4 hours a week, it just depends. But delegation is important and saying no is important. And it starts there with your assessment of what you need to do to achieve your goals and what you want to do.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so very much.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you taking the time to talk to our listening audience and our viewers who may be struggling or maybe in the throes of trying to understand it. Want to ask you this. How can people find you? How can people connect with you?
Yeah, so you can, first of all, connect with me through my website, DeborahJohnsonBlake.com. I have everything there that you can get in touch with me, but you can also go to a link called Meet Dr. DJ, and you really can leave a voicemail there. You can send me an email. You can forward my information. Somebody, you can get to my website, you can get to my social media quicker than even going to the website. As we know how when we go to websites, we're looking for things. But if you go to meetdrdj.com, everything will come up, click, 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 and you can send me an email, you can call me. And then follow me on social media, especially on Tuesdays. That's Time Management Tuesday, y'all. Today is Time Management Tuesday. I don't know if you can see my shirt, but I'm going to back up just a little bit, Daunta, if that's okay.
Sure.
And I'm the Time Management Diva. So that's my brand. And every Tuesday, I'll give time management tips. You follow me at D. Johnson Blake. And on the social media platforms, and reach out to me. I am here to help you be the person that you were meant to be and to be in your best self.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then lastly, I know you didn't do this, but 52 Time Management Hacks is available on Amazon.com. Or from you, going to
DeborahJohnsonBlake.com.
Yep. Or ask Dr. What was the one you just said?
MeetDrDJ.com.
MeetDrDJ.com. You can pick this book up. It's going to really, really help a lot of you. And I want you to pick this up because I think this is a great read as you prepare to go into the spring and to the summer and to the fall and winter. No matter what time it is that you are entering into, you can pick this book up and really begin to spring clean, autumn clean, winter clean, summer clean, summer throw away, fall throw away, whatever the case is. In this book, I think you do a great job of helping individuals understand the necessity and the brevity of time management. So 52 Time Hacks. Pick up a copy today on Amazon.com.
And if I'd like to give a book away to one of your listeners, and I'm trying to think the best way to do that because I know we are, virtual, but I want to say the last person that came on the show who was not on time, or even if it's later, so if nobody's watching live and then you got the replay, that's fine too.
So we'll leave this up. Listen, we got individuals on, got people on YouTube. Then again, those that are on Facebook. Okay. The last person by 12 midnight tonight,
That watches it.
Okay. And then we'll send that information over to you. Okay. As you can then gift somebody. Somebody's going to get gifted a book by Dr. DJ on this evening. Boy, what a blessing, right? Look at you.
Yes.
Look at you. You are just so phenomenal. again, I say thank you from the depths of my heart. I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Take
Anything
care.
I can do for you, please reach out.
Absolutely. Stay with us if you don't mind.
No,
Friends, this long talk tonight, I know it's been one for the books. I'm not sure. I got to be honest. We're having a long talk. If this has been as much help and as much of a resource to you as it has been for me, it's never been my interest to use Long Talk for personal aggrandizement. But tonight, guys, I took one for the team. I got my notes, and I'm really going to write this stuff down and try to do my best and pick up a copy. Time management is at the forefront. As you heard tonight, so many of us are so busy. So many of us don't have nothing to do. Doesn't matter where you fall in the swinging of the pendulum. We all need to be better managers of our time. If that 80-20 rule is true, and I believe it is, we've got a lot of work to do. And so, listen, there's not a better time than right now to make a change and to do something meaningful, to improve the quality of your life and improve the quality of the lives around you so that you can live a more effective life. All right? Listen, right now, again, I implore you to go to our social media. Again, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Somebody said, you take so much time doing that. I'm intentional about that because I want to connect with each of you. I read, and a few of my assistants that work with me, we read the comments. We do our very best, Twitter and other areas, to have meaningful, extended long talks with so many of you that are asking questions. Maybe some don't have the time because you're driving. I hear so many people tell me, I watch you while I'm driving. I got a lot of truck drivers and those individuals that drive trucks that are saying I'm watching, can't really ask questions, so they'll send us inbox messages and however they do it. Listen, we appreciate it, and we're so thankful for it. All right? Listen, we're out of time. We got to go. Join us next time here on Long Talk, and until then, listen, make the most of it. All right? Take care.
Follow us on Facebook at Daunta A. Long. Follow us on Instagram at Daunta Long. Follow us on YouTube at Daunta A. Long. Thank you for tuning in to Long Talk.